The vast expanse of space had always been categorized, cataloged, and classified by the Galactic Union. Their system was meticulous. Planets ranked from Class 1 to Class 20 based on technological advancement, resource richness, and species potential. Earth had been designated Class 15 for centuries, a respectable ranking that kept the human planet firmly in the observe but do not interfere category. Commander Trell reviewed the latest report from the Earth observation post with growing concern. His six-fingered hand tapped rhythmically against the holographic display as data streamed before his large, purple eyes. Analyst Morris explained this recommendation again. He said to the junior officer standing nervously before him, "Sir, based on recent observations, we believe Earth should be downgraded to Class 12. Morris replied, his skin shifting slightly bluer with anxiety. Their technological progress has plateaued. Their climate struggles continue, and their societal divisions remain pronounced. They simply aren't advancing at the rate we projected." Trell nodded slowly. A downgrade would change everything. Earth would move into the potential integration category, making it eligible for limited contact and resource extraction agreements. It was significant, but not unprecedented. "Prepare the formal recommendation for the Council," Trell ordered. "We'll proceed with the downgrade." The Council's decision was swift. Earth's status changed overnight, and the first diplomatic mission was dispatched immediately. The small delegation landed in a remote area to minimize disruption. Standard protocol for first contact with Class 12 worlds. Ambassador Kellis led the team of 5 representatives. Their ship, disguised to avoid detection by Earth's primitive satellite systems, touched down in a wooded area outside a mid-sized human settlement in what humans called North America. Remember, Kellis briefed her team one final time. These humans have no knowledge of the wider galactic community. Our goal is simple assessment. Find a small sample of subjects, evaluate their responses to controlled scenarios, and gather data for integration planning. The team nodded in unison, their translators updated with all known Earth languages. Their mission was expected to be routine. Class 12 species typically responded with a mixture of fear, awe, and eventual cooperation. What they encountered was anything but routine. Professor James Miller was collecting geological samples when he first spotted the strange lights in the forest. A rational man of science, he approached cautiously, camera in hand. When the 5 non-human figures emerged from behind a strange, shimmering field, he didn't run. He didn't scream. Instead, he stood perfectly still, studying them with intense curiosity. "Fascinating," he whispered, lifting his camera. Ambassador Kellis had expected terror, not fascination. The human's calm demeanor was unexpected. She stepped forward, activating her translator. "Human, we represent the Galactic Union. We come in peace to evaluate your world." Professor Miller nodded as if being approached by aliens was an everyday occurrence. "I suspected we weren't." The delegation fabricated a planetary crisis scenario, a simulacrum of an immediate extinction-level threat. They presented it to a random selection of humans from different backgrounds, explaining that they needed solutions to save another world. The results were astonishing. Within hours, the humans had formed working groups, combining vastly different expertise. They approached the problem from angles the delegation hadn't considered. They improvised with limited resources, creating theoretical models that rivaled some of the best minds in the Galactic Union. When a particularly innovative solution came from a humble vehicle mechanic named David, Kellis knew they had made a grave error. "The Council must know immediately," Kellis reported back to Commander Trell. "Earth cannot be downgraded. In fact, it should be upgraded to at least Class 18. Class 18? Trell was incredulous. That would put them near founding race status. Explain yourself. Their technology is indeed behind, but that's not the measure that matters. Their adaptive potential is unprecedented. When faced with new information or crisis, they don't merely respond, they innovate. The gap between their current technology and their cognitive capability indicates they're advancing along a different trajectory than we've seen before." "What are you suggesting?" Trell asked, his skin darkening with concern. "I'm suggesting that Earth has been holding back. Whether intentionally or not, their apparent technological plateau masks an extraordinary potential. If they were to suddenly focus their adaptability on technological advancement, Kellis let the implication hang in the air. Trell understood immediately. A species with that kind of hidden potential could advance exponentially if properly motivated. The Council reversed the downgrade within a planetary rotation. Earth was not only restored to Class 15, but placed under special observation status. The delegation departed Earth as quietly as they had arrived, leaving no trace of their visit except in the memories of the few humans they had contacted. Professor Miller stood at his window that night, gazing up at the stars with new understanding. The aliens had wiped their presence from all electronic records, but they couldn't erase what he had learned. He smiled as he wrote in his journal, "They came to study us, but I believe they left with more questions than answers. They thought us simple because our technology doesn't match our minds. Perhaps that's our greatest strength, to be underestimated until the moment we reveal what humanity truly is capable of." Somewhere in the vast darkness above, the Galactic Union's classification system was being rewritten. Earth might appear to be just another developing world, but the potential hidden within its inhabitants suggested something far more profound, a species that didn't just adapt to the universe, but could one day reshape it.